Hey everybody, I told you I had a book review also today. This is going to be broken down into two parts. The book review and then a personal story kind of thing with this book that I think I need to tell. But the book that I am just finished reading a while ago is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This book, wow, definitely made me think a lot. I'll read you the back first so you guys can get an idea. You probably have already read this book, if not, have heard about it. But do my thing now. You can't stop the future. You can't rewind the past. You can only learn a secret is to press play. Clay Jensen doesn't want anything to do with the tapes that Hannah Barker made. Hannah is dead. Her secret should be buried with her. Then Hannah's voice tells Clay that his name is on her tapes, and that he is in some way responsible for her death. Although that night Clay keeps listening, he follows Hannah's recorded words through his small town, and he discovers will change his life. This book is one of the best books I've ever read that isn't Ellen Hopkins and isn't paranormal. It's a book about what it says. It's a book about death and life and how you can change someone's life in a moment. This book definitely got a 5 out of 5 for me. I cried at the end. I was very happy with how Clay, the main character, fits into her story. He, wasn't a bad guy in a sense. And I like how Jay Asher made Hannah take responsibility for her actions. He didn't just make her blame everybody. She says in the tapes that she was responsible. She is the one who is doing this. It's not just everybody else's issue for why she kills herself. This does have a lot of strong issues in it, and it's very hard to read at points, and I will explain that in my second video. But this book, I laughed at the beginning of it a lot because Hannah is so sarcastic and so mean to these people in these tapes. And there's 7 tapes, and each chapter is broken down into one of the sides of the tape. Like it's cassette 3. And you find out that she actually has a backup plan. That if they don't, there's a list of people who are supposed to get these tapes and listen to them. And if they don't pass them on, a second set of tapes will be released. And of course everybody thinks, oh, she's bluffing. But what if? I love how she talks about the 13th person. She says that all these people on these tapes will pass them on, but that 13th person will take these tapes straight to hell with them. And when you read the ending and you figure out who the 13th person is, you realize they deserve to take these tapes to hell with them. They didn't do the worst thing. In action, it's what they didn't do that makes it so much worse than anything that could ever happen. And I got so angry at this character. It was beyond belief. But 5 out of 5 by 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. If you haven't already, read this book. If you've read it already, reread this book. I cannot stress enough how much this book is so true to life. And I hope in my next video I'll be able to explain why I believe that. But the next books that I'm reading, yes, I said books, I'm reading multiple. I'm ahead in my challenge. As you guys can see, this is number 6. I only need to read 9 for this month, but I'm getting ahead because I'm reading a lot of graphic novels. So I stacked them, but I am counting them all for my challenge. I said I didn't know if I was going to, but I have The Dark Hunters by Cheryl Kenyon, Volume 1. This is the graphic novel to her Dark Hunter series. This is book number 1. I ordered the other 3, books 2, 3, and 4 from my work. I know 2 and 3 came in, so I need to read this before I get them. Then I have Maximum Ride by J. Patterson, Volume 1. This, again, is the graphic novel to the books. I've not read the actual books, but I want to see. I've never read James Patterson. I've heard he is a huge author, and hopefully his graphic novels live up to that. Then The Good Neighbor by Holly Black. This is book 1, Kin. I started reading this one. I got about that far, and it was pretty good, pretty odd. I didn't really get it at first, but it seems like it's going to be a really good book. And the last book that I got is Poe by J. Barton Mitchell, and it again is a graphic novel about Poe and how he became a detective in his own right. And I really love Poe. I love Nevermore. So hopefully I will get through all these fairly soon. I'm fairly quick at reading graphic novels. Like, I think I read The Wolves Rain in 2 hours. So, it's probably not going to last me more than a day. Then I have to pick a new book. I think I know what my next book's going to be. But I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to have to wait and see. Like I said, I have another video coming up right away. Stay tuned.